The Lifetime Achievement Award is presented by nomination and vote of the Executive Board with final approval by Family and Consumer Sciences faculty and staff. This award is presented to the individual who, over the course of his or her career of 10 years or more, has demonstrated exceptional service to the Carson University Department of Family and Consumer Sciences in fostering its mission, vision, and goals. The CNA FCS Lifetime Achievement Award is awarded to a faculty or staff member recognized for extraordinary dedication to the family and consumer sciences profession, faithful service in higher education, loving concern for and empowerment of students to achieve their potential, and unrelenting devotion to improving the quality of life for individuals, families, and communities. Tonight, we would first like to recognize the prior recipients of this award who are here with us. Mrs. Linda McGoldrick, and Dr. Kitty R. Coffey.
Now we will honor this year's recipient, Dr. Heather M. Whaley. An investor is someone who willingly gives up something of value in the short term to pursue a long-term gain. Heather Whaley was a generous investor. She invested in people, she gave her time, she asked about family members by name, and she patiently answered questions. She listened to career dreams. She listened to me as I changed my major to Child and Family Studies, making sure to tell her that being a teacher was the last thing I would ever do. Spoiler alert, I was wrong. She laughed and cried with her students. She connected people. She came to the rescue. She came to my rescue when I was on my way to my internship and someone hit my car and then drove off. There was absolutely zero damage to my car, but I was too busy sitting in my car sobbing uncontrollably to check. I called her. She stopped on her way to work, knowing that she would be late for her class, and she sat in the car with me, calmed me down, and we eventually got out and looked at it together. I had the opportunity to serve as her work-study student for 4 years. I was intimidated by her at first, but it wasn't long before many started joking that we shared a brain. It was truly an honor to watch her work day after day. She used her position to leverage good ideas and improve processes, and she taught me the value of doing just that. But she wasn't only my boss. She was my teacher, my mentor, and my friend. She brought me into her family. Her fingerprints are all over every aspect of my life. She's the reason that I became a teacher. She's in the way I try to make sure every little detail is almost perfect. She's in the way I see others, and she's in the way I take care of myself. She served others with her time, talents, energy, and wisdom, and she made change happen every day. Prior to joining the Carson-Newman faculty, Dr. Whaley already had considerable investments in the field of FCS. She received her Bachelor of Science degree in Family Studies and then Master of Science in Human Resource Development with teacher licensure concentration in FCS, both from the University of Tennessee. She then began her teaching career in Montgomery County, Virginia, as an FCS teacher in both middle and high schools. After a couple of years, she returned to Tennessee, where she taught FCS classes at Carnes High School for 7 years. During this time, she furthered her education by completing a PhD in Business Administration at the University of Tennessee, which opened a multitude of doors in her future career. In the fall of 2006, Dr. Whaley joined the Family and Consumer Sciences Department at Carson-Newman in the role of Assistant Professor and Program Leader for Family and Consumer Sciences and Family and Consumer Sciences Education. She was immediately invested in her new roles of teacher, advisor, and mentor. Professor Adrian Sharp shared how impressed she was with the way Dr. Whaley reached out to incoming freshmen in the department and connected them over the summer so they would already know some of the people they would be spending time in class with once the semester started.
During her tenure at Carson-Newman, Dr. Whaley steadily advanced in her profession. She was promoted to Associate Professor in the fall of 2012 and then to Full Professor in 2018. She became Dean of the School of Business and Family Consumer Sciences in the fall of 2019 and then added Associate Provost to her title in 2022. She delighted in the challenge of doing more and worked hard each and every day for the department, school, and university that she loved. She was beloved by her students. I often think about the many times I watched in awe of her as she diligently worked at her desk, checking things off her always growing to-do list, reminding me that I was always welcome to stay, but I needed to do it quietly, which I was not always successful in doing. She was my mentor, teacher, and friend. But more than that, she was my champion and challenger and voice of reason, especially when I needed it but didn't want to hear it. Her love, support, and advice extended well beyond my time as a student here. When I decided to shift careers, she was my first call. When I took my current position at UT, I'd hoped that if I called and explained the situation, she would tell me that I didn't have to do it. But instead, she said, "Are you scared?" And when I responded, "Yes," she said, "Good, because if you're not scared, it's not big enough." That advice changed my life. I went on to start and complete a PhD program, and that would have never been possible if Heather hadn't challenged, encouraged, and carried me, sometimes kicking and screaming, to the opportunity. She checked in, she prayed, I'm pretty sure every day during my summer term of research statistics, and even went as far as to edit and provide very detailed feedback during my coursework, even during her chemotherapy treatments. She believed so fiercely in her students, and it's an incredible honor and gift to carry a small piece of her legacy.
Her colleagues loved and appreciated her too. Dr. Lisa Connor remembers Dr. Whaley as her unofficial mentor when she first started working at Carson-Newman, stating that Heather always made herself available, and I never felt like I had to figure things out on my own. I used to keep a running list of questions to ask her. When she would see me with my multiple Post-it notes, she would ask, "Do you have your list?" Dr. Whaley cared about her colleagues outside of the workplace as well. Professor Jennifer Finley looks back fondly on an Amazon package she received in the mail just a few weeks before Dr. Whaley's passing. It was a book for her children and included a message to them from Dr. Whaley. She smiles and thinks about Heather each time she and her girls read it. Outside of Carson-Newman, Dr. Whaley was a major supporter of family and consumer sciences. She served in multiple roles on the FCS Higher Education Assembly, Council for Accreditation, and Board of Directors, all at the national level. She was also on the University of Tennessee Agricultural Extension Advisory Council and held the positions of Vice Chair and Chair.
Because of her service to her profession, Dr. Wiley received several awards. She was honored with the Teaching Excellence and Leadership Award, the CNA FCS Distinguished Service Award, and the Tennessee Association of Family and Consumer Sciences Honor Award in 2011. She then received the Tennessee FCCLA Honor Award in 2014 and Distinguished Service Award in 2019. Carson-Newman presented its highest faculty honor to Dr. Whaley in 2018, the Distinguished Faculty Award. She both earned and deserved them all. If you are in this room tonight and your life and career have been touched by the work of Heather, would you just raise your hand, please? I want everyone to look around. This room is a testament to the work and life of Dr. Heather Whaley, and another reason why she is so deserving of the Lifetime Achievement Award we are honoring her with tonight. Above all her professional roles and accomplishments was her devotion to serving the one that she loved most, Jesus. She used the classroom as her mission field, investing in the lives of countless young people. Dr. Whaley was an active member of her church, Central Baptist Bearden, where she was a deacon, a Sunday school teacher for college students, a member of multiple committees, and on the women's ministry team. Dr. Whaley entered her heavenly home on November 30th, 2023, after a courageous battle with cancer. She is survived by her loving parents, Mr. and Mrs. Monroe and Claudine Whaley, and her sister and brother-in-law, Tracy and Mark Nicely. We are honored tonight to have her mom here to accept this award on her behalf. Would the family please come forward and join us at the front? On behalf of the faculty, students, and alumni in the School of Family and Consumer Sciences at Carson-Newman University, It is our distinct honor to present to you the Carson-Newman Association of Family and Consumer Sciences Lifetime Achievement Award for your daughter's extraordinary investment in and dedication to the family and consumer sciences profession, her faithful service in higher education, her love and concern for and empowerment of students, and her unrelenting devotion to improving the quality of life for individuals, families, and our community.